Every single person that said this Eagles team is a system and you can plug any quarterback into this system and they're still going to be dominant and they're still going to win. I need you to take your right hand or your left, whatever your dominant hand is, and slap yourself, bro. Slap yourself. You're an idiot, and I hope you feel stupid after these 2 losses in a row. I hope you feel stupid.
Run it back, Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros.
Run it back, nation. What is good? It is your boy DJ Eastwood. Run it back, Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros. Listen, we started a new YouTube channel. It's called Run It Back Birds. All of the Eagles content is going to be over there. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're a little bit over 500 right now. So go right there to Run It Back Birds. Subscribe if you like the Eagles content and you want all of the Eagles content. It will be on Run It Back Birds. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, so go over there, subscribe, all right? Listen, the Philadelphia Eagles lose to the New Orleans Saints. I didn't think I was going to say this today. Even with Gardner Minshew behind center. The Philadelphia Eagles lose to the New Orleans Saints 20-10 to fall to 13-3. And have now lost 2 games in a row since Jalen Hurts has gone down. And the main topic of this video is going to be exactly this. And I'm going to break down the game, but before I get there, I want to say this. A couple of weeks ago, I was saying the Philadelphia Eagles are going to injure Jalen Hurts if they keep running him like this. Well, guess what? He got injured. Now he's been out for 2 games in a row. And everybody thought, oh, Gardner Minshew can come in and we'll still be fine. We can still win 1 out of the last 3 to secure the number 1 seed. It'll be all okay because the Eagles are so good on both sides of the ball that you can just plug anybody in there. And the only people that really said that are people that haven't watched every snap of every game this season. The whole damn thing was built around Jalen Hurts' skill set, and he was playing amazing football, and he was leading this team to the record that they have, and he was making perfect throw after perfect throw after perfect throw after perfect decision after perfect throw after perfect throw. So the Eagles lose 2 in a row. You have the Chris Sims quote, that idiot that was like, yeah, the Eagles are so good, You could plug anybody in there. You could even put Gardner Minshew in there, and they'll probably be just as good. The system is Jalen Hurts. I just want that to be clear. I just want that to be out there. All right. So you start to get injuries towards the end of the season. You lose Lane Johnson last week. You lose Josh Sweat the first quarter of this game. He goes to the damn hospital. Devontae Smith gets banged up at the end of the first half on that screenplay. And things start to go south, and the Eagles are 12-21 without Lane Johnson. So that's something to keep into consideration. Take into consideration, all right? Now, look. The main story, the actual main story of this game is that Gardner Minshew fucking sucks. Gardner Minshew is terrible. Gardner Minshew is awful. He's terrible. It's not even close. He's not even kind of okay. He's fucking awful. So everybody that thought Gardner Minshew was going to come in here and light it up, and everybody that kept telling me all week, oh, look, he was good against the Cowboys outside of those 2 interceptions. He was this, he was that. He's fucking awful. And I don't want to hear it anymore. Guy needs to go back to having a mullet and taking stupid videos in his backyard. Go do something else, bro. Football's not your thing anymore. It's over. It's done. You plugged into the best team in football, and you stink. All right? The stats don't really show how bad he was in this game. 18 for 32, 274 yards, 8.6 yard average, a touchdown and an interception, 6 sacks for 28 yards, and an 82 rating. But he was horrendous when it mattered the most. And the play that decided the game was a Gardner Minshew fuck-up. The play that decided the game was a Gardner Minshew mistake. Okay? The score was 13-10. You're on your own side of the field with an opportunity to drive to potentially tie the game 13-13 or even take the lead 17-13. And Gardner Minshew throws a pick six. On an A.J. Brown slant on second down inside your own 20-yard line. He throws a pick six. You could have done anything else there. You could have fucked up in 100,000 different ways that didn't land a pick six. That's the absolute worst thing that could have happened in that situation. And you know how it happened? He backed up in the pocket. He stared at A.J. Brown. He gave the play away completely. The DB bites on it, sees what's coming from 10 miles away, and he still throws the ball. He doesn't even read the fact that the DB jumped it. Still throws the ball. Pick six. That's game. You have a chance to tie 13-13 or go up 17-13, and you give the Saints a 20-10 lead instead. It's over at that point. So yeah, I don't want to hear people blame this on a whole bunch of other things. The reason the Eagles lost this game is because Gardner Minshew stinks. That's it. Now the defense was bad in the first half. Same thing they did last week. A hell of a lot of zone defense. And the zone isn't even good zone defense. The zone defense is atrocious. They leave the middle of the field so wide open, you could drive a double-decker bus full of Lizzo clones through the middle of that zone defense. That's how wide open it is. You could fly a 747 through there. You could run Dan Sileo on his worst day. You could hand the ball to Dan Sileo, and he could get in the middle of that zone. Now, he probably couldn't get past the offensive line, let alone the defensive line. But you could run a Dan Sileo slant on that zone. So the Eagles gave up a shit ton of plays in the first half, all the way down the middle of the field. The same story it's been the whole season as far as that zone defense goes. And I'm serious. It started with game one against the Detroit Lions. That's how long John Gannon has been doing this. Actually, the first game John Gannon ever coached was a preseason game against the New England Patriots, and we lost 32-0, and everyone said that didn't matter. But his interview after the game, he said we were just trying not to give up the big play. And he's still doing that every single game. But the second half was a different tale, and that might have been Nick Sirianni getting in his ear and saying, "Listen, John, this ain't fucking working, bro. It's not working. You gotta change it up. This ain't working." The first half, Andy Dalton was 13 for 13 against that zone. Are you kidding me? Last week, Dak Prescott was 24 for 24 against that zone. And they give up 13. The second half, the defense tightens up. They start switching into some man defense. Wow, who could have saw that coming? And it works. And it worked. Even Josiah Scott made a play. Actually, the interception that Josiah Scott got still was bad zone defense. Andy Dalton just made a terrible throw. But they switched it up in the second half and started having success. Also, on the offensive side of the ball, with a backup quarterback as bad as Gardner Minshew, the Eagles' offensive game plan was to come out pass happy and not run the damn football. It makes no sense, bro. You're playing the 6-7 Saints, the 6-9 Saints. Nice. And your game plan with a backup quarterback is not to come out here and run the ball down their throats? They ran the ball twice in the first half. How many games am I going to say this? They ran the ball twice in the first half. They come out the second half, and Miles Sanders has 10 carries in the second half for 61, for what, 50-some yards. He breaks off a 14-yard run in the second half. Kenneth Gainwell had a 28-yard touchdown on a designed run to a running back. Who would have thought? It was called back for the most bullshit holding call I've ever seen in my life. But the first half game plan, defensively and offensively, was absolutely horrendous in this game, and that's the reason the Eagles lost this game. They switched it up in the second half and started having success defensively, but Gardner Minshew just fucking sucks. Couldn't move the ball at all, and then throws a pick six to lose the game. I thought the one play that really, really changed the trajectory of the game was we had a 3rd and 4 in the fourth quarter. We ran the ball to Miles, which is funny because you don't run the ball the whole damn game and then you decide to run the ball on 3rd and 4. He gets stopped short. It's 4th and 1 on our own 50-ish yard line, 48 on either side. I don't remember the exact number. And they try to QB sneak on their own 50 in the middle of the field with Gardner Minshew, bro. If the fact that he got stuffed is not a perfect example of how Jalen Hurts is the reason this team is so good, then I don't know what to tell you. You couldn't even QB sneak for 1 yard with Gardner Minshew. I think that's all I really have to say about this game. Outside of that 75-yard A.J. Brown touchdown where the DB flew out of bounds for some reason, nothing happened. Nothing good happened at all. Devontae Smith had 9 catches for 115 yards. I feel like a lot of those were a couple of those screens. The one at the end of the first half where he got hurt. But I just the stats don't really back up how bad this game was really offensively for the Philadelphia Eagles. And then you get a chance to do maybe something and Gardner Minshew throws a pick 6. That's it. That's all I got. The Eagles need Jalen Hurts back. It should be 100% clear now. Anybody who said that Minshew was going to get it done, anybody who said this is a system and you can plug any quarterback in there, you're an idiot, and I hope you feel very stupid right now. Now the Eagles have to win the next week to secure the number 1 seed, and the New York Giants have clinched the spot, so they might be resting starters. So we may have gotten lucky, but it should be a little bit embarrassing at the fact that you have the best record in the NFL and you have to play your starters the last week of the season. In the grand scheme of things, I like this Eagles offense, but I have no faith in Jonathan Gannon in the playoffs. And I don't even really think I have faith in Shane Steichen and Nick Sirianni drawing up the right offensive game plan to take advantage of what team you're playing. I'm just not seeing it. I know we can blame these losses on the fact that Jalen Hurts wasn't there, but the way that we lost and the things that happened within the game should have you a little bit worried about what could possibly happen in the playoffs. That's where I'm at with it. Give me all your thoughts and opinions in the comments. My name is DJ Eastwood. This is Run It Back Philly for Run It Back Birds. Go subscribe to Run It Back Birds. It's still go Birds, man, but now we got to beat the damn New York Giants the last week of the season. Hopefully, I'm assuming Jalen Hurts is going to play. And, it should be a little bit worrisome that we have to play our starters the last week of the season with the best record in football because we lost these 2 games in a row. It is what it is. That's all I got, man. Listen to the podcast and all the other good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.